The chapter 17 opens with Chansu stepping through a shimmering barrier, entering a new territory with ease. A quiet smile forms on his face as he looks around. Now, even without a transportation pass or Rohan, moving around won't be a problem. I'm so lucky. Before he can take another step, a familiar voice calls out. You're here. Chansu turns to find Hei Sujin waiting for him with a gentle smile. I heard you fought with a negation? He smiles back. Ah, you're here early. Her expression softens the moment she sees him, a quiet relief settling over her as she says, I'm so glad you're safe. A moment later, Rohan casually steps through the same barrier, still eating an emperor apple like nothing in the world has ever stressed him. Chansu gestures toward him. Rohan helped me, so it wasn't as hard as I thought. And he also agreed to be my bodyguard for a while. Hei Sujin freezes. Why are you two showing up together again? Chansu answers with complete seriousness. We decided to live together for the time being. Hei Sujin presses her hand against her forehead. I had a feeling, but seeing it actually happen is something else. She sighs deeply. You really manage to surprise me every time. Something brushes against her leg. She looks down to find Night Sky quietly sitting beside her. Where did you get this cat? She asks. Chansu answers casually. It found its own way here. Its name is Night Sky. Hei Sujin kneels and studies the creature carefully. It's very smart, isn't it? Chansu lifts Hamdal's carrier to show her. Hamdal's here too, she says softly, cheeks turning the slightest shade of pink when she sees the tiny hamster inside. Chansu smiles proudly. Yes, I think he's incredibly smart. His thoughts drift to Night Sky. Smart enough to know eating the ownership rights would destroy the entire catnip field. Hei Sujin watches the cat for a moment. A monster this smart and this pretty is rare. If you captured it and sold it, you'd probably find plenty of buyers. Chansu lets out an awkward breath. That would be difficult. Nearby, Hamdal rolls around inside his spherical carrier while Night Sky munches on a catnip leaf. Hei Sujin continues. If it's hard to find something like this, you could always install a dungeon. Monsters naturally gather inside them. Chansu's eyes widen. So that's another way to use a dungeon. Right now I have 443 regular customers. There must be even more somewhere. This could be useful later. He nods. Anyway, it came here from another block, so that would be difficult too. Hei Sujin blinks. If it's from another block, where? It came on its own, Chansu admits. So I don't know. She hesitates, lowering her voice. Is it perhaps a human who turned into a cat? Chansu sighs and answers honestly. Hei Sujin looks at him calmly and asks, a territory devourer? Yes, he replies. That's right. At that exact moment, Hamdal and Night Sky face each other. Night Sky opens its mouth, drool dripping as if planning to swallow the hamster whole, and places a paw on Hamdal's transparent ball. Back near the adults, Hei Sujin murmurs, is there even a monster with that name? Chansu answers quietly. He said it's not a monster, but one of the 7 great disasters. Hei Sujin lets out a light laugh, brushing off the tension. That territory devourer. But in the next heartbeat, the meaning hits her. Her expression snaps into panic. She grabs Chansu's wrist and lifts off the ground using the special shoes strapped to her feet. Wind rushes past as she drags him through the sky, eyes filling with tears of fear. Why? Why is one of the 7 great disasters here? They land in another part of the territory, and she instantly lets go of him, shouting. There are records of it devastating not just ownership rights, but the blocks themselves. Why would a disaster like that come here? Chansu sits on the ground, adjusting himself before he answers calmly. Well, for now, it's the catnip, I mean. I'm guessing it came because of the catnip. Hei Sujin stares at him. It's not even a real cat, and you're saying it's satisfied with just catnip? Chansu scratches the back of his head. I don't know the full story either, but maybe it's something like this. He begins explaining slowly. It costs at least 200,000 points to conquer a block. But the blessing placed on the catnip field costs maybe 10,000 points or less. On the surface, that's a 20-fold difference. But what if the absorption efficiency changes depending on the form? Let's say the ratio is 1 hour 90 minutes. Then a block is worth 2,000 points to Night Sky. But the catnip is worth 9,000. He looks up at her. That's more than 3 times the difference. Of course, I don't know if that's the real ratio, or if any of this is even true. But as the one who was chosen, I don't exactly have a choice. They begin walking back. Hey Sujin keeps glancing at him anxiously. It'll be fine, right? It'd be a problem if I showed up one day and you were completely broke. Chansa waves it off. They say cats are territorial. So won't it at least protect this block? Suddenly, a scream rings out. Chansa spins around. Night Sky is holding Hamdall in its mouth. Night Sky, no. Stop. He rushes forward. Hemi is not for eating. He quickly pulls Hamdall out of the cat's jaws, scolding the creature as he hugs the trembling hamster. This little, I introduced you so you two could be friends. You're not listening at all. Still holding Hamdall, he whirls toward Rohan, who has been standing there watching the entire thing. Rohan, why are you just watching? Rohan shrugs. I was going to stop it if anything happened. Hemi was about to be eaten. Hamdall clings to Chansu, shaking and crying. Chansu pats him gently. You were startled, weren't you? Hey Sujin leans forward slightly, examining Hamdall from where she stands. You're not hurt anywhere, right? We'll just have to be careful until they get along. By the way, Chansu, I actually have something to tell you. Chansu raises an eyebrow. Did something else happen? I already sent a message about the ostrich sap. Hey Sujin nods. A scammer showed up, claiming ownership of the Emperor apples. Chansu lets out a long exhale. Wow, there really is a scammer for everything. Right? And here's the best part, she continues. They said that because the apples contain the blessing of abundance, they, as the apostle of abundance, also have rights to them. Chansu and Hamdall both freeze in shock. Huh? He mutters weakly. She folds her arms. They even brought an apple they claimed was proof. But it was a crude imitation compared to the real Emperor apple. I heard they even made fake contracts using an artifact of abundance. But now I can completely deny their claims. She sighs in relief. What a relief. But then she notices the way Chance's expression subtly changes. Is something wrong? Chance's face darkens as he processes everything he just heard. His thoughts tumble over each other, sharp and tense. There's another apostle besides me. They never showed themselves before. And now they're suddenly claiming ownership in the name of abundance? Are they even a real apostle in the first place? He takes a slow breath and then answers Hey Sujin firmly. We have to find that person. She blinks. Do you know them? Chansa hesitates only for a second before speaking the truth. No. The truth is, I'm the apostle of abundance. Hey Sujin freezes, eyes widening. Chansu continues, voice steady. They say money makes the world go round, right? Please put out a bounty. He picks up an emperor apple from the ground and dusts it off. Offer an additional reward for the artifact. And put out a wanted notice for their capture alive. With a reward of 100 emperor apples. From the side, Rohan stares at him, salvia dripping, thinking only one thing. 100 apples. The scene shifts. Somewhere deep in the back alleys of negation. A lone figure walks through the narrow passage, cloak pulled over his face, footsteps echoing like soft taps of wood. Frustration seeps into every step. To persuade Rohan and his disciple. I need undead. Kim Hyasiak grits his teeth. An apostle of denial without undead is like a steamed bun without red bean paste, sushi without fish, beauty jjigae without ham. It's like bunjiapang with no filling. He groans and rubs his forehead. I'd settle for low-quality undead at this point, but those fifth-generation runts will only mess everything up. He pushes open the door of a shop. An old man looks up and smirks. Well, look who it is. Poor, broke mister. Kim Hyasiak clicks his tongue. I'm a customer, you know. He slams a list onto the table. Whatever. Just give me this. The shopkeeper raises an eyebrow. Payment. Kim Hyasiak reluctantly lifts a magic crystal. You take materials, right? The old man reaches for it. You have to let go for me to take it, don't you? Kim Hyasiak clings to it a second longer. You know I paid extra to get this from the old man, right? I know. Hyasiak sighs and adds, almost pleading, and I'm selling it for less than the market price. The shopkeeper snorts. I'm not senile, brat. Hyasiak's shoulders slump. Just give me a good price. The old man sighs. Geez, you think I dig this stuff up for free? Hyasiak lowers his voice dramatically. This might be the last time we see each other. We've known each other for a while. At least throw in something extra. The shopkeeper scoffs, but his expression softens slightly. You've got a talent for making people soft. Right. You went broke hunting for those emperor apples, didn't you? Hyasiak frowns. You're not talking about that absurd scammer story, are you? It seems it's not entirely baseless, the old man says. Even humans who think they're enlightened are getting fooled. Anyway, I've got some hot information fresh from the street. Hayasiak's annoyance spikes. Hurry up and tell me. The old man leans forward. There's a bounty on that scammer. 100 emperor apples if captured alive. And there's a separate reward if you bring in the artifact. Kim Hayasiak freezes. His eyes widen. Then slowly, a smile stretches across his face. Thanks for the extra. The shopkeeper waves a hand. If you're thankful, come again. Hayasiak bursts out of the shop and runs through the alley, grin stretching ear to ear. I finally found it. My great posed gift. His laughter echoes through the narrow streets. And that wraps up Chapter 17 of Abundance Goddess. From night skies chaos, to scams, bounties, and Kim Hayasiak chasing his great posed gift. This world keeps getting crazier in the best ways. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.